This is the first ever stringless smart guitar. It's called the Liberlive C1.
I could find a million reasons why today isn't gonna be my day. I could paint me blue and sing a sorrow tune in a way that makes me feel alright. I could flip the script and take an acid trip to help rewire my feeble mind. But I realize we're all a slave to time, and no one's ever gonna survive it.
If you're someone who's always wanted to play an instrument but never learned, this just might be the easiest entry point into music that I've ever seen. Instead of strings, it uses a touch-responsive surface with built-in sounds. So you can play guitar chords, piano, bass, and even drum patterns all from one instrument. It's perfect for people who want to write or produce music but don't have traditional guitar skills. And for those of us who do play guitar, it offers a fresh, creative approach to songwriting. The box it comes in is remarkably small, and upon opening it, you'll find that the guitar itself is in an even smaller case, which is great if you value portability. The guitar weighs about the same as a MacBook Pro, and the build quality is very good. And unlike most smart guitars, it has a unique folding design, so it's super easy to carry to work, gigs, or take on a trip. Also in the box, you've got a few extras, like a strap and a cable, everything you need to get started right away. Unfolding the guitar feels very natural, and using it is incredibly straightforward. There's a power button to turn it on, a volume knob to turn it up, and two pedals that we can program to give us different strum and arpeggio patterns. To play it, you just put your finger on one of the chord pads and push down on the paddles. That's it. At the top of the headstock, there's a dial you can use to adjust the key. There's a finger picking pad that you can tap to play the individual strings of each chord, and a drum pad that you can tap to set a tempo. And then hold and push the paddle to give your chords a drum and bass backbeat. And when you're finishing your song, there's a mute pad that you can tap that will end the backbeat at the next measure. There's even a chord indicator that lights up to guide your hand placement. It's especially useful when paired with the real-time chord sheets in the app. It's honestly kind of like playing Guitar Hero, but for real songwriting. The whole design just makes it easy to jump in and start creating. Instead of worrying about finger placement or technique, you just tap a chord pad and strum a paddle. It takes away a lot of the barriers that usually slow people down and lets you focus on the fun part, which is making music. The Liberlive app is where the true power of this guitar is unlocked. Everything is extremely customizable. You can of course adjust the key, the tempo, the volume, and all of that good stuff, but you can also customize the patterns, which is really sweet. If you tap over to the paddle settings, you can choose from a ton of different strumming and picking patterns. You can also choose piano and bass patterns, which gives you a ton of versatility. What's cool is that you have two paddles, so you can have completely different patterns programmed to each one, which again provides a ton of versatility. With the chord mapping feature, you can completely change the chords of the guitar, turning them from simple major and minor chords to all sorts of 7th and 9th chords. You can even make it so there are different variations of each chord on each pad. Each chord pad actually has 3 sections, so you can assign one chord to the middle and different variations to the top and bottom. That gives you a lot of creative control and makes it easy to switch up your progressions on the fly. At the bottom, you can change the drum beats, choosing from a number of beats across a range of genres. The app also includes real-time chord sheets, which show you exactly what's being played as you go. Super helpful if you're building a song or learning how chord progressions work. And building off of that, there's a really cool sing and play feature. Just tap the note icon at the bottom of the screen, choose a song, and the guitar will automatically adjust the key for you. It even lights up the chord pads and color codes them in real time, so you can follow along easily, kind of like a live interactive chord sheet.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do, and they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do, and it was called Yellow.
With all these customization options, there really is a world of possibilities here, limited only by your creativity.
And I've been walking on waterfalls 100 feet high, and I've been wondering all about the purpose of life, but I ain't got the time or the patience to question this feeling anymore.
I think the Liberlive C1 is especially great for singers who don't play traditional instruments. Over the years, I've worked with countless artists who come to me with just a melody and lyrics, no chords, no music to go with it, and I usually have to reverse engineer the rest of the song around their lyrics and melody. But with something like this, those singers can actually start building their own chord progressions and write full songs on their own, and that's a game changer. And for people who struggle with traditional instruments, whether it's a physical limitation or just feeling overwhelmed by music theory, this offers a totally different, more accessible way to make music. And even as someone who's been playing guitar for 18 years, I still think this thing is really cool. Honestly, there are times when I feel stuck creatively, and this gives me a completely different way to approach songwriting. It pushes me out of my usual habits and helps spark ideas that I wouldn't normally come up with. Sometimes all it takes is a new tool to unlock a new direction. If you're curious to try it out for yourself, I've dropped a link to the Liberlive C1 down below. And with that, this has been Songs by Spencer, signing out.